Hey guys, Silverbolt here, back again with another action figure review of, I want to say, the first Autobot on the channel. We don't include the Hot Wheels Crossovers Bone Shaker, that is. But today we're going to be taking a look at the Transformers Age of the Primes Commander Class Silverbolt, brought to us by the fine folks over at Hasbro, as well as my local Target, who had this guy on sale for like 60 bucks. So that's why I have him. Would have been better to get him for like half of that, but beggars can't be choosers, I suppose. But at any rate, not a character I expected to stumble upon and or pick up because, well, for those of you not in the know, he is the torso of Superion. The torso and like the frame of Superion, who I like. I think he's cool, but my budget really didn't allow me to drop the full 90 buckaroos on this guy initially, but finding him on clearance, I'm now determined to get the other ones. So if this winds up being a Superion marathon this week, well, you know why. That said, before we get too far ahead of ourselves, why don't we cut right to the chase and get into the meat and taters of this review and take a look-see at all Silverbolt has to offer in terms of accessories that are specifically meant for Silverbolt. Of course, his blaster, the little fins on it. That's all I'm going to show in this video. I'm going to keep the Superion stuff in the Superion video, but rest assured he comes with like the gun frame, the arms, the legs, and the waist. That, of course, combines with this guy to form a complete torso for Superion. So that's why he's 90 bucks. That's almost a Tupac. But taking a closer look at him, as a child, I used to actually have a figure of good old Silverbolt here. It was the Transformers Universe, I believe. He was a Ultra class, and he had lights and sounds. I still have him somewhere. He's in storage, but he came out with Onslaught. I wanted Onslaught, but I got Silverbolt for Christmas that year, and I liked him. And to be honest, I think he had a way better robot mode than this guy. This guy's got a heck of a backpack, so I have no problem turning him into a torso and never taking him apart. That said, I do kind of like to fold the wings out a little bit. Kind of reminds me of that older figure. I'm not going to say I feel the N-word for it, because that's not how that works. And before y'all thinking I'm against a certain ethnicity, the N-word is nostalgic. So, you know, calm down, people. Calm the frick down. Overlord Productions is not, I assure you, not a racist. He just likes a lot of inappropriate jokes. But at any rate, as far as his articulation goes, his head is on a ball joint. We'll look around, go up and down. It will tilt a little bit, yep. Shoulders go out, back down, rotate around. Swivel at the bicep, single joint at elbow. No wrist swivel, which is odd, but he is basically a Voyager. He does have a waist twist. Kind of limited, but it does work. And we also have hips that'll kick out, back down. They do click forward and back, which is nice. He's got a thigh cut. Single jointed knee. Which actually, he's got a double knee, but I just need the single. He gets like 90 degrees plus maybe out of that, and it looks more natural. But he does have double knee. He does have an ankle rocker as well as a hinge forward anyways, but it's kind of detented, so it locks into place, because these end up being where you plug in the Superion arms. And not for nothing, because I'm smart, I tried to use my X-Acto knife to flip these heels out. I thought they only popped out here. No, they pop out the entire front of the foot. So don't do that. You'll scuff up your toy. Like I said, I paid less than retail for it, so it doesn't bug me, really. It's not even that bad. So it is what it is. It's not too terrible. I've definitely had, done, and seen worse. So there you go. Legends blaster here. He's a decent figure. Is he like top of the year or anything? Superion combined might be, because he looks really cool, but Silverbolt on his own, he's not bad. He's good. But I don't know if he's top of the year contender or not. Not with this gigundous backpack. Like, this thing is massive. Stand him back up here. He looks good. And not for nothing, the chest on mine sometimes pops off. I'm just going to say that's mine. But again, I did not pay the full price for it, so I can't really form my opinion around that. If you paid full price and had some of the issues I had, then, you know, you have every right to, I don't know, write an essay on Facebook on why you hate Hasbro but are still going to buy their crap. That said, screw Chris Cox. That dude is a cock. But, moving him to the middle here so we can do some size comparisons with our two regulars, because, as I said, at the moment I only have Silverbolt. Maybe I didn't say that specifically, but he's the first one I got, alright? We got, of course, Mythic Legion's brother Mandibilith right here. And the infamous Uncle Spawn. Whoop! Bumped him. Right here. And he's about a head shorter. Good old Al Simmons there. So, not a bad size, but like I said, he's closer to a Voyager than like a true Commander class. Like a Commander class is usually like leader size to whatever that Magmatron dude is. He's a freaking monster. But at any rate, it's time now that we wrap things up. Some final thoughts. Overall, and for the original retail price, is this a perfect figure? Absolutely not. Is it a perfect figure for the price I paid? Absolutely not. He's still got a heck of a backpack going on there. But, like I said, I had a figure of Silverbolt, still do, it's just in storage, as a kid, and I don't know, I feel all warm and fuzzy inside messing with a newer version of him, because while the one I have is great in robot mode, and in jet mode, for that matter, he doesn't turn into a torso to combine with 4 other guys to turn into Superions. So there is that. I can always have him kind of just hanging out next to Superion and have Superion fully combined if I want. Which is cool because, I don't know, I like to think like the Burger King and have things my way sometimes. You know, last I checked, this is my show. I do what I want, man. So with that being said, before we completely wrap this up, why don't we move right along and take a look at Silverbolt's jet mode. And as promised, here we have good old Silverbolt in his jet mode. One of the most sleek and stealthiest of jet modes, might I add, aside from the robot hiding underneath it, that is. And that's kind of the double-edged sword with Transformers that turn into jets. I've noticed robot modes are pretty sleek, or slick, or whatever. Albeit this guy had a backpack, but I digress. But at the end of the day, the alt mode, the jet mode, pretty much always suffers. I think Starscream and the Seekers are the only ones that don't have an egregious amount of kibble, but most of the other ones often do. That said, speaking of the bottom, he does have landing gear here, and then right here and here, but these are a son of a gorilla to get up. They're like stuck there, so I tend to just leave that folded up. His gun, of course, can unport from there. And yeah, you can fly him around. Woo! But that is it for Silverbolt's alt mode, jet mode, whatever you want to call it, mode. And like I said earlier, we're going to save all the Superion stuff for the Superion video. Again, something I wasn't planning on doing, but what the heck. The $60 price tag for this guy persuaded me to do so. So with that being said, hope you guys enjoyed this review, and until next time, I'll catch you guys later.